Hello, everybody. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to the Bearded Peacock. I'm George, of course. Welcome along, everyone. It's another watch along. It's a World Cup watch along this evening, approaching 9 o'clock in England. I haven't done a watch along for a little while. I've only actually done two halves of two games since I was trying. I was wanting to do more. Obviously, it hasn't happened like that. But it's the first quarter final of the 2026 World Cup. And so I thought, yeah, why not? Let's have a look at this game. Obviously, going to be a good game. This France against Morocco. So yeah, I think they're just doing the national anthems now. We see Kylian and Mbappe, of course. Um, Obviously, star-studded French team. A lot of people's pick to actually win the tournament. Me myself included. I think France will win the tournament. Whether they come up against England in the final is it remains to be seen. Obviously, England. Many have called it the best ever win for England in the Azteca the other night. All right, realist, how you doing, mate? It's another watch along. I know you enjoy these. So straight on as soon as I come on, only a minute in and you're in already. So welcome along, mate. How are you doing? Obviously, like I said just now, if you caught it, I haven't done one of these for a few weeks now. Obviously, we've had wall-to-wall football now for about a month. Obviously, yesterday was the first day without a game. A little break in between the round of 16 and the quarterfinals. So now it's quarterfinals. Obviously, like I said, England in the quarterfinals, the other side of the draw to these teams playing here. Obviously, I think the winner, I can't remember the winner of this, who they played. I think it's Spain or Belgium, isn't it? So yeah, I fancy France to get to the final. I fancy France to win it, like I just said, as we see the Moroccans, most of the hands on the hearts, singing the national anthem. Thought a sneeze was coming then. It seems to have retreated. Good realist. How are you good? What are you up to this evening? How have you been? I'm okay, thank you. Are you staying cool at all? Mate, I mean, it's still it's high of 28. I think it says, on my phone. So it's a hot one again, of course. Um, you know, so it's a hot one. And yeah, you're saying France against England final, George. I think you're probably right, mate. Probably right. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be it. You'd have thought so. I mean, Norway obviously knocked out Brazil, but Brazil aren't what they were years ago. I mean, there's been a real fallout in Brazil since they went out on Sunday. Just people not happy at all, obviously, as you can imagine. The Brazilian media, the Brazilian fans themselves, just not happy at all. Obviously, I'm into Brazilian football, so I keep an eye on them as well. But obviously, Norway, I seen it on the other day. They were the much better team. They controlled the game. Haaland obviously does what Haaland does. He popped up and scored a couple of decent goals. Obviously, the defending on the first one was very poor, but he still had to do what he does and put it in the net. The second one was a nice finish again. The defending was poor, no press towards him, but when you give him that much time and space, that's what he does. So England, I mean, Realist says England. When have you been watching much of it, Realist? Did you watch it the other night? Did you stay up till the wee hours of Monday morning to watch the game? Or are you boycotting it? I can't remember if you're boycotting it or not. I know there's somebody who was watching it before. I think it was you, wasn't it? I know there was somebody saying, yeah, in Wiltshire, yeah, as well. Got the suntan going on. Yeah, exactly. I mean, 33 degrees. It was saying today. So yeah, it's boiling hot, still hot. still hot. Like I said, in the evening time, it's 9 o'clock now, and we're roasting at top end of 20s. So still, although it does feel kind of cool at the moment now. I'm not watching any games. I didn't think you were. I thought it was you that was boycotting it. Fair enough. There's a lot of politics in it. Like I said before, on the other one I did, I think it was very late night. Ivory Coast against Ecuador. It was roasting hot. Now we're looking at the teams now. So Mike Mienga, Lucas Dange, William Saliba, Divock Upamecano, Jules Condé, Adrian Rabiot, Manu Kone, Desiree Du, Michael Olise, Osama Dembele, and Kylian Mbappe. It's a strong team from France, isn't it? I mean, flipping heck. You fancy them to win here. Obviously, the Moroccan side, Bono, Salah Endine, Nusari Manzouri, Isaac Diop of Fulham, of course, Hakimi of PSG, El Navoni, Bondine, El Kanous of Stuttgart. Of course, Leeds were interested in him a few years ago. Unai as well were interested a few years ago. There's Brahim Diaz, of course, as well. And you must forgive me, I was a bit slow, and the top end of the pitch, it disappeared before I could read it. So I don't know. We're working out as the game goes on, hopefully. But there you go. You're listening to a few games on the radio. Radio commentary is always good. Obviously, you can't see what's going on, so it's got to be very descriptive. It's a bit like this, really, I suppose. Are you talking about Leeds there, realist? Of course, there's a Leeds United channel primarily, and 2 goalkeepers gone in one day. Obviously, have I missed something here, realist? Meslier gone to Arsenal, and Darlow seemingly on the verge of going to Man United. Seems a little bit strange. Obviously, Meslier had already gone. We knew that. And Carl Darlow had come to the end of his career, of his contract, so we knew there was a decision for him to be made. I know there was a couple of weeks ago, the rumours did come out that Man United were interested in Darlow. Obviously, he's not going to be first choice; he's going to be like third choice or something like that. So, what do you want? You know what I mean? Do you want to be first? I mean, he wouldn't have been first choice anyway at Leeds, would he? The jury's out. Seems a split fan base. The fan base, doesn't he, Darlow? Me personally, I think we can do a lot better. So I'm not too fussed, really. Either way, mate. Either way, I'm not too fussed that Darlow's going and he didn't sign a new contract. I think we can get better than a 35-year-old Darlow or whatever he is now. He's mid-30s, into coming towards the end of his career. So yeah, I'm not too fussed. I would have rathered him do that. And we got a good level goalkeeper in us. I just think we need one. I don't know about you, mate. I know obviously Mellier's gone. We had 4 goalkeepers on the books. Obviously Meslier and Cairns didn't play a minute. So we're basically going between Darlow and Perry, weren't we, all season? Obviously Perry was the FA Cup goalkeeper. I expect Perry to be the number 2, the second choice, and we will bring in a first choice goalkeeper. Obviously there's a Japanese lad, Zion Suzuki. Been rumoured for a long time now, it seems. Obviously, there's reports saying he's rejected Leeds. Who knows if this is true? Villa supposedly interested as well, because Martinez has been rumoured to be going to Juventus in Italy. So let's wait and see what pans out. Obviously, we do need a goalkeeper to fill that void. Obviously, like I said, I wouldn't have expected Darlow to start the season as first choice anyway, but I thought we'd be getting a new one anyway. But you say, will Meslier become France and top goalkeeper? No, I don't think so, mate. His ambition has completely gone out the window. He'll be number 3 at Arsenal. He might get the odd minute here and there in a cup match, maybe one game a season or something like that. Mind you, that's more than he got with us last year, wasn't it? So very disappointing from him, because his career at one stage looked like it was going upwards. Now it just seems like he's happy to sit on the bench and pick up a wage. And obviously his wage would have probably tripled in going to Arsenal, or at least doubled. So, because he's not a prominent squad member, really. He's on the periphery of the squad, really. So, I don't think it's going to be too much of a hike, although it will have been a hike up from what he was on at Leeds. So, but if that's his goal in his mid-20s, what is he, 26 maybe now? If that's his goal to just sit on a bench, I don't know what the size of the contract he signed, but if he's signed a 2 or 3 year contract, that puts him at late 20s, maybe 30 by the time he's finished. So, what is his ambition? Just sit on the bench or just sit in the stands, not even get on the bench for Arsenal. So it's disappointing, really, because at the height of his Leeds United career, he was very good, but he made too many high-profile mistakes, obviously, and he will never, ever be a top goalkeeper, and he will never, ever be a France international goalkeeper. I know he played a few for the under-21 team, but he can't even get into that now. Obviously, he's too old for that. He would be aiming for the senior side, and obviously with him playing now, it's Mayinga, isn't it, in goal? He plays for AC Milan, doesn't he? I don't think anybody's dislodging him anytime soon. So yeah, I don't think he'll be anywhere near a France call up anytime soon. And will Perry be happy as number 2? He wasn't he, for the latter end of last season, wasn't he, really? So, there was a close shot there. Just as a side note, this is why why we're on here tonight. It's Kylian Mbappe with a shot. The goalkeeper's just tipped it round the post. Fair enough. It's a corner kick. They take it quickly. We'll move on back to Perry in a second. Down the left-hand side, France, a cross in. Header. Great save by the goalkeeper. And it's cleared away from Morocco. And France now, there's a bit of a chase on, but the French goalie's now got it, and they've got it back in the control of France. He was second choice, wasn't he, from, for the back end of last season? I don't know, mate. I mean, he was bought for, 15 million or something, wasn't it? As number 1. He made a few mistakes. I mean, Farke was right to take him out the spotlight a little bit when he did. I don't know really if he'll be happy with that, but he's going to have to be, really, because he's not proven himself to be that reliable. So I think a first choice goalkeeper has to be one of the priorities for Leeds in this window, really. So yeah, I don't think he can really have too many complaints at being just number 2, really. Although, who knows? He might start as number 1. I saw another rumour today that Torino in Italy are interested in him, but surely we won't let another one go. We won't let Perry go. I think he signed a 4-year contract, didn't he, last summer? So he's still got 3 years remaining on that. So I don't think he's going anywhere. They'd have to pay upwards of 15 to 20 million to, they want to at least recoup what they paid for him, and I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's going to have to be happy at the moment with number 2. If we get a first choice goalkeeper in, and if that said goalie proves to be a little bit of a no-show, then obviously Perry will get his chance again, and there's injuries and all that as well. So, and obviously cup games, which he started in the FA Cup obviously last season. We got the semi in Wembley, so we'll wait and see. But somebody's got to play second fiddle, haven't they, to the main man. So we'll see. We'll see who we bring in, but I'm sure they will go after a goalkeeper as well as keep Perry. I don't personally have a problem with Perry, to be honest with you. I think he's okay. I don't think there's any issue I don't think, for me. Showed a couple, few mistakes. There was that high-profile one at Newcastle, which lost us the game late on. That's when I don't think he played another Premier League game after that, did he? So, and that was like January, I think. So, a little bit of a shame for him, but he's got to bide his time. That's what goalkeeping is. There's only one person who can play at a time, so he's got to, show he's worth it when he does play. Because I'm pretty sure there'll be one coming in. Now, there's another person watching as well. Good evening to you, or good morning, or good night, or whatever the time is where you're watching. Hello there. Make yourself known in the comments if you want to join in the chat, which me and Realist are having. So, yeah. So you're in Wiltshire, Realist. Is that is that a nice place to live? I don't think I've never been there. So yeah, yeah. As we're watching the France and Morocco game, I'm not sure where this one's been played. Actually, looks nice and sunny anyway, nice and hot there by the look of it. Again, Morocco on the ball there in the. Oh, it's Massachusetts. So yeah, it'll be hot there, won't it? Morocco have the ball there in the red shirts, green shorts, and red socks. France in this one in the changed strip of all white. There's a balloon on the pitch causing havoc. It's Darren Bent about. He has a shot, hits the balloon and goes in the goal, usually, doesn't he? So, yeah, France are on the ball, though, again. They're advancing down the left-hand side. It's Doué, I think, on the ball, isn't it? It's evades a couple of challenges and then gets dispossessed, and then the referee blows for a foul on Brahim Diaz. So it's a Moroccan free kick in their own half. We see the ref cam of that little foul there. It didn't really look much of a foul. But either way, Morocco are back on the ball. A bit of a slow start, this, really. There was a chance, wasn't the goalkeeper Bono saved? It's a pretty simple save, really, in the end. It was just a close-range header from a corner, but ultimately you'd be disappointed if that went in. Morocco always a decent opponent, aren't they, really? So this will be quite a test for France, who have looked very good generally in this World Cup from what I've seen, albeit I've only seen one game, to be fair. But looking at the results, they look very on it. So it's small town and chalk. Downland, Swindon is the big place. Swindon. Oh, fair enough. Yeah. What division is Swindon in now? I remember Leeds playing them in the League One days. They seem to have slipped down a little bit since then. Is it? Are they? I don't know. They were in League Two, weren't they? But I don't know if they've come back up to League One last time. I don't think they have, actually. But let me know, realist, if you keep an eye on Swindon at all. But yeah, sounds a nice place. Nice sort of area of the world, doesn't it? Wiltshire sounds very pleasant. But yeah, Stonehenge and Avebury, stone circles, druids and witches, crop circles and aliens. So that's the general consensus down there, is it? That sounds pretty cool to me. It doesn't put me off at all, that sort of talk. So fair enough. I'll have to get myself down there at some stage. Who knows? I know Stonehenge obviously is a very prominent thing to go and see. Have you been to see Stonehenge, realist, at all? I've never, like I said, I've never been down there. A very long way away from where I am, to be fair, in Yorkshire. Yorkshire. So why are you a Leeds fan? And are you originally from Leeds, realist, or whereabouts do you hail from originally? And what was the story from you supporting Leeds? If you're there, I would be interested to know. Two people watching, like I said, the other person apart from realist watching, make yourself known in the comments if you want to. You'd be very welcome, and you are very welcome to stick around and watch along with me. I don't know how long I'll be doing. As I always say, this or the other ones that I've done, and the Leeds ones I've done in the past as well. I don't think I've ever done a full game, really, but we'll wait and see. Obviously, I always say we'll at least do the first half of the game and see how many people are tuning in, and if it's obviously worth the kind of time that I'm putting in talking to you guys. So yes, I live 25 miles away from Stonehenge, being loads, but not now. They charge money. They charge money, do they now? Oh my goodness, that's absolutely ludicrous, isn't it, really? I mean, everything's expensive now. I'm sure they'd have just seen it's just a chance to make money, isn't it? And if you see that, then you're going to do it, aren't you? I suppose. So, yeah, how much is it by a chance, realist? If you don't mind me asking, to go and look at the rocks, you know, pay a bit of money to look at some rocks. But there you go. People enjoy that sort of thing, don't they? And obviously, the summer solstice was not too long ago now. I don't know if you stayed up or you woke up and watched it. I did. It was very nice. £28 to go there. Gosh, yeah. You'd rather get your food in, wouldn't you? Nowadays, do you get your grub in, get your groceries in, as the Americans say. Avebury, I don't think I've even heard of Avebury, actually, realist. Is that some kind of ruins as well, is it? Or some kind of church ruins, is it at all? I don't know. Now, I mean, we've got to speak about the game a little bit, won't we? And there's a foul now. We're in 14 minutes into this game now. There's a foul by the Moroccan lad on the French fella. Is it Elise that? Is it Elise? No. Umbacano, is it? I think it's Elise over the free kick with Dembele, by the look of it. Oh, it's a stone circle. Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. And that's free. Are you closer to that one then, mate? Or are you, is Stonehenge the closest one 25 miles away? Yeah, France have the ball. Just slow start this to the game. Really slow start. Very even, although France seem to have had more of the ball, of course. And the Moroccans are struggling to get out the half, really. Ooh, it's a bit risky from the goalkeeper there. Took a little bit too long, but he's managed to get the ball away, and Morocco are just playing it around in the back now of their defence, trying to advance the ball up quickly. 6 miles away. All right, fair enough. So you're not far away from that one, and I guess you'll have been at that one many times as well, will you? And are you into that sort of stuff, realist? I mean, it's it's a very interesting dimension, is that sort of thing. So yeah. But Unahi has been fouled just inside the French half. Probably was a foul by Luca Dean, I suppose you want to call him that. Obviously, Villa man, formerly of Everton, of course. Very experienced player now, particularly in the Premier League. I know he's obviously a French regular, isn't he, in their team? So I'm sure he would have won the World Cup. No, he wouldn't. They got the final the last time. Obviously, Argentina beat them. Hakimi's on the ball. He'll send the free kick in from the right-hand side. Hand up. He curls the ball in. Oh, not so good. Goes straight out for a goal kick. That was very poor in the end. And yeah, Morocco don't really look... I mean, it's difficult against France, isn't it? They've got through the first 15 minutes unscathed, and they'll be pretty happy with this. They'll be pretty happy with this, really, won't they? You know, it's not much of a, they haven't really advanced too much on the goal. I know they've had a lot of the ball, it seems, and they had that early chance through the header, but it was a comfortable enough save from Bono in the Moroccan goal. So yeah, they'll be quite happy with this, the Moroccans, I think. I've been to Morocco. I don't know if you have, realist. I've been to France as well, of course. Very nice country. Both of them very nice, obviously. I go through Avebury a lot and visited a lot for summer solstice and other times. There's a pub there that's very haunted. Oh, wow, okay. Fair enough. Haunted pubs and all sorts. So, yeah, wow. That's a thing, isn't it? So, excellent stuff. So, yeah, haunted pubs. Would you look at that? Have you been in for a pint there at all? And summer solstice, did you stay up for the summer solstice at all a couple of weeks ago? I'm guessing you probably did. Realist, no, you've not been to Morocco. Yeah, I've been to Morocco quite a few years ago now. We're very, very nice, very hot. Bit like this sort of climate, obviously. North Africa, isn't it? Obviously, so yeah, very warm, but lovely culture, lovely, very interesting. Obviously, very, very different from here. So very, good place to go and visit. Obviously, France. Most people have been to France, haven't they? Really, I've been a few times, of course. They're on the attack here. The ball's curled in. It's to the far post, and the ball's headed behind by Dembele, who has had a fabulous season. He's had a good World Cup as well, to be fair, but that was a poor header in the end, miles off the target in the end. But he got above his man, but yeah, couldn't direct it goalwards. Avebury is haunted. Yes, of course. I've been to the Publos. Have you seen anything there, Realist, at all? The haunted pub? Of course, you will have been many times. I'm sure you have. Of course, like you said, there's some random celebrity who I don't know. They keep popping up all over the place, these people. I have no idea who these people are. Obviously, it's mainly for the American audience. Of course, they probably know who each and every one of them are, but I have no idea. The referee's given a handball. I'm not sure who's got the free kick. It was France. France have the ball in the centre circle, just knocking it about. Like I said, very, very slow. As we're coming up to the 20th minute here, it's, yeah, pretty poor, this game so far. Really, yeah, as France sort of advance down the right-hand side. Here we go. Edge of the penalty box. There's a shot, but it's blocked, and it comes back out to the, is it Umacano, that there? I think it is. They're passing it around nicely. They're on the right-hand side of the pitch now. Again, check back, and the defender has it inside, well inside the Moroccan half. They're playing a very high line here. Luka Dean has it well inside the Moroccan half, but it's slow. Morocco not in possession, are keeping a very rigid shape. France obviously seemingly find it very hard to break down. They're in the penalty box now, though, and the ball's behind for a French corner. I sat in Avery Circle and experienced the haunting. I was there a lot at about 2 a.m. Wow, okay, wow. Gosh, I bet that was something to see, wasn't it? Gosh. Did you go by yourself, or were you with anybody at the time? Michael Elise stands over the free kick. Of course, English-born Michael Elise. The cross comes in, and the header is well over the bar by Rabiot. Haircut similar to myself, although my sides do need shaving. Similar kind of hairdo. They're playing a bit dangerous here, Morocco, trying to play out the back. France are very quick to break it down and win the ball back. They're down on the left-hand side now. Again, it's not many options for the French team to go. They end up going back to the defenders. The centre-backs of France are camped well inside the Moroccan half here. Every single outfield player is in the French half at the moment. It's crazy. So yeah, they're just on the edge of the penalty box now. The cross goes in, but it's gone behind again for a goal kick. They are finding it very hard to break the Moroccan side down here. And Morocco are probably happy just to sit in, take the chances off a set piece if they can get it. We'll wait to see how, if they're able to do that. At some stage. But yeah, so it is what it is at the moment. And as it stands, really, I will probably only do the first half, to be honest, because there's only yourself watching Realist here at the moment, and the game's pretty poor, really, at this stage. I was lone at that time, but there was something else there. I found it intimidating. I've experienced other spirits that weren't frightening. Fair enough, yeah, fair enough. That sounds a very interesting experience. And yeah, 2 a.m. very interesting time to venture up there, and yeah, interesting stuff. We'll see if I get down there in that area at some stage. But the French team of Morocco have won it back well inside their own half. And again, the plays all slowed down, but then they tried to release Brahim Diaz, who puts it through Mbakano's legs, but to a Frenchman. So in the middle of the pitch, they're advancing again. Is it Michael Elise? They're advancing up the pitch. Kylian Mbappe has barely had a touch of the ball, to be fair, or any meaningful touch of the football. There's two people in the building now. The second person, if you want to let yourself be known, or in the chat with me and Realist, a good chat, aren't we, mate, about all sorts of things here. But yeah, we're because the game is pretty dire, to be fair. Mbappe is back up on his feet after getting a little bit of a knock. Morocco have a corner. They would swing it in, but it's headed clear by the French team. Now they're advancing. Can they go quickly? No, they cannot. It's cut out. Morocco win it back. Well done. And advance up their pitch on the right-hand side. Brahim Diaz, and I think it's Unahi now. Morocco just playing it around a little bit. That's very, very good. A couple of 1-2s between the two lads. And then they've got it in the middle of the pitch. Unahi. Keeping the ball quite nicely. We're ticking to the 25th minute. Really says ghost hunters have been to Avebury and their electronic meters go off the scale. Fair enough. Yeah, sounds like a really a place where there's obviously lots of activity that is not human. Which is very interesting, of course, indeed. We'll have to see about that at some stage. France are now into the box. Can they get it straight away? That's a penalty. Straight to the spot. The referee straight to the spot. Mbappe brought down. It's a penalty kick to France. Yep, just out of nothing there. Just out of nothing. Second person joining. Welcome along. Get involved with the comments if you like. The three people watching now, France have a penalty. Let's wait and see what becomes of this. But yeah, they just quickly. It was a mistake by Hakimi and do. He just got on the ball and then Mbappe into the penalty box all day long. A penalty kick. I think it's the United man. I think he plays for Man U, doesn't he? He's giving it away. Lunged in. Didn't get anywhere near the ball. Obviously, it's a penalty now for France. And, there's Issa Diop of Fulham. Yeah, it's the lad from Man United who I'm sure there's many places in Yorkshire that hold other dimensional interest. Yeah, definitely is. I'm sure there always is, isn't there? Every single place that that you go, there's those stories and stuff like that. They're having a VAR check now of this penalty. I'm not really sure why, because to me it looked like a stone wall, and the ref pointed straight to the spot. Mbappe is lining it up. I think they've given it. I don't know. The sound's off. Obviously, I'm watching it on mute, but. He's given the penalty, obviously. I don't know why it says VAR check. They've obviously done it and awarded it. But Kylian Mbappe stands over the ball against Bono, isn't it? Who's well known, obviously, the Moroccan goalkeeper. Deschamps watches on. Mbappe looks at the referee, waiting his whistle. Puff of the cheeks. The ref still... saying get out the penalty box to the Moroccan defence by the look of it, or everybody who's standing on the edge of the penalty box. He's had to wait a long time to take this penalty as Mbappe, but I'm sure it won't faze him. I'm sure he'll put it in either way. A little bit of a wait now. Deschamps is waiting on as well. The referee's still waiting for some reason. I don't know what's going on here at all. No idea. No idea. The referee's pointing his arms all over the place. It's a penalty, but I don't know what's going on, but they've obviously given it. It says check over. And yeah, still waiting to take it here. I'm sure I'll take it in the next few seconds and the ball will go in the net. But let's wait and see. Puff of the shoulders. Here we go. Stuttering. He's missed it. Missed it. The goalkeeper saved it. Easy penalty to save. That's a really poor penalty, that. Very poor. Very, very poor. Not in the corner. Goalkeeper goes the right way. It was low to his left. Simple as you like. Just falls on the ball and that's it. Awful penalty from Kylian Mbappe. Really, really poor. I'm sure he'll get another opportunity to put France ahead, but that was very, very poor. And the goalkeeper just got straight on with it. No celebrating or anything like that. Just roll the ball out and get on with it. But I'm sure he'll be absolutely delighted with that. I don't even know who he plays for, actually, that lad. But, yeah, I've no idea who he plays for, to be honest with you. Obviously, I know of him. I think everybody does. He's Morocco are quite a well-known side, aren't they now? But he plays he plays in Saudi Arabia, Al Hilal. Fair enough. But yeah, Missouri, obviously, in the centre of defence with Issa Diop. And like I said, we were linked with Unahi a few years ago. I think he was playing. He was playing for Angers, wasn't he, in France? He went to Marseille. Been a bit all over the place really since then. He now plays for Genoa in La Liga in Spain. He went on loan to Panathinaikos the season before last. So yeah, doesn't look like. Well, he's not on loan, I don't think, at Genoa. So he's a permanent signing for them now. So yeah, but I do remember looking into him when we were linked with him in the past. There was a lot of talk about France being given an Argentinian ref. Group all 5 RRGs. Oh, is that right? Oh, fair enough, mate. I didn't even know. I don't even know how they went to VAR with this. It was a stonewall penalty. He's nowhere near the ball, and he just lunges in. But really poor penalty. That very, very poor. And yeah, obviously scored a hat trick, didn't he, in the last World Cup final, and ended up on the losing side. Heartbreaking for him. So that's very, very disappointing. They won 2018 though, didn't they? Did they win 2018? Really? Let me know. I'm pretty sure they did win in 2018, but I can't remember. In Russia, wasn't it? That 2018, yeah, Russia. So, but yeah, no idea. I think they did, but not sure. Obviously, they got to the final last time. Argentina, obviously, the current holders, still very, very lucky to get through the other day, weren't they, against Egypt? 3-2 in the end. Wow. Very, very left it very, very late. Obviously, England play Norway on Saturday night. So I'll be tuning in for that. Obviously, it's Argentina, Switzerland with Mr. Okafor, who is our only representative left at the World Cup at the moment. And barely gets a kick, didn't play any of that Colombian match. Obviously, the one on penalties, he didn't even get on the pitch. So, yeah, I think he's only played about 20 minutes of football in the whole World Cup. I think they beat Algeria, didn't they, in the first knockout stage. So he played the remainder of that game. Otherwise, he's not played a minute. So that's very disappointing. Obviously, the other 3 of our representatives at the World Cup are all out now. As France, oh, it was a curling effort. Dembele from the right side of the penalty box, cut in onto his left foot, and then he bent the ball. Couldn't have enough bend on it. Goes well wide of the post, to be fair. Yes, I hear a lot of talk about Argentina getting preferential decisions because of it being fixed. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, mate, to be honest. And this is why football is just, to the penalty. That was, football. Obviously we love our football, don't we? But it's just diluted. And is it rigged? Is it, is it fixed? Are the referees being given, the referees taking bribes? Who knows what's happening? Because there's a lot of questionable stuff going on, really. And, I say that the other one was rigged as well with Messi, winning it all. And, we've got to give Messi the World Cup because he didn't know whether it was going to be his last one or not. Obviously, it wasn't in the end. And, teams like Argentina really just need to go in the bin for me. Yeah. And to be honest, I'm not overly hot on England. Obviously, I am English. So, when England play, you can't help but get into it. And, the atmosphere gets whipped up. I did watch it in the early hours of, Monday morning. And, it was fun. It was a good win. And you get whipped up in the atmosphere, don't you? And, like I said, I'm English. And when England play, you want them to win. And, and I would, I'm Kevin Keegan. I would love it if we beat them. It would certainly leave a very sweet taste in the mouth if we were to beat Argentina in the semi-final, because I believe it probably will be that. I think they'll beat Switzerland. I do think we will beat Norway. Will be a difficult match, that, but I think when England are on it, I think England, the quality will shine through. Obviously, Haaland is a really big problem, but as well, Haaland is coming up against Premier League defenders who know really how to handle him, really, or not. They can't handle him, but Haaland wasn't the striker that we know him to be last season, was he? Really, he had a bit of a dip for his own high standards. He had a poor season generally. France were on the break here. It's a good save again from the goalkeeper, but he should have done better. Should have done better with that. They advanced. They robbed them in their own half. Morocco are just playing a little bit too slow. They advanced up the pitch quickly and right-footed low shot saved down to his right hand side of the goalkeeper. It's a corner kick for the French from the left hand side. Michael Elise will take it. But again, like I said, they should have done better with that, really. Should have done a bit better with that. The ball's not in the corner quadrant. Kwanzaa 2-game ban because Trump didn't appeal for him. Exactly, mate. What's that all about? Ridiculous stuff. I don't think he even knew what a red card was, but he just said, it was ridiculous. And then they just get away with it. So, fair enough. Well, they're out now. They got absolutely thrashed, didn't they? Sorry for Brendan, but they got absolutely thrashed. And a lot of people probably in the end would have been quite happy to see them get thrashed after what happened there. I'd love it if we win, obviously. Yeah, of course, I don't know about you, really. Obviously, like I said, I'm not a massive England fan. Obviously for me, it's club over country. And just the World Cup, maybe over country in the first place. But, there is that kind of, like I said, that patriotic feel where they go deeper into the tournament and you think, go on, England, go and win it. Obviously, there's a few lads from Yorkshire in the team as well. And, it's good to see them doing well. And, there's definitely that camaraderie and that sort of passion of that sort of patriotism where you think, go on, England, away in Mexico, for example, the other night where, you just saw backs against the wall, the Mexicans, in Mexico and all the Mexicans giving it some to England, and you thought, go on, lads, good for you. Get in there and get out with a win, and that's what they did. It was a real backs to the wall for the last 20 minutes. But having said that, we've all been there. We've all watched football games in the past that happen a bit like that. Leeds, for example, where you're battering down the door, but you just can't get in, and you just know that you're not going to score. And it happened like that for the Mexicans. It was very formulaic. They didn't really try much else. It was just a case of getting down one of the sides, crossing the ball in, and it was meat and drink really for those lads in white, wasn't it? But they still had to do it. They put the bodies on the line, and they got the win. And fantastic stuff. Like I said, some people were saying it was the best ever England win. I'm not so sure about that, but it was definitely an impressive one at that, really, wasn't it? So fair play to them. They got the job done, and they're in the next round. And it's, like I said, it's Haaland and Norway, and a lot of these lads know how to defend against Erling Haaland. And let's be honest, although the Norwegian side are very, very organised, a lot of people were surprised to see them beat Brazil. I wasn't surprised to see them beat Brazil because Brazil were just tepid. We'd have beaten Brazil. It might have even been the easier game out of the two, to be fair, because Brazil looked very, very ordinary. Very ordinary. It was such a shame because, like we know, Brazil, you hear the name Brazil, wow, but these players don't have the same pull as players, the Brazilian players in the past. There's two people watching now. The second person, if you want to let yourself be known in the comments down below, you can join in with me and Realist with our conversation going on, as well as watching the game, of course. Taking it into the 40th minute now, it's France 0, Morocco 0. Kylian Mbappe has missed a penalty, really tepid and tentative penalty from Kylian Mbappe. Down to the goalkeeper's left-hand side, meat and drink save. I could have saved that pen, and it remains goalless. Morocco haven't really had any chances. They've not tested the French goalkeeper at all. He's been very much a bystander for the majority of this game, which I don't think he will mind at all, but he'll want the attackers to do the business at the other end of the pitch. As well, of course, they've got it, France, deep into their own half. It's Luca Dean on the left-hand side of the defence. It's back into the middle now. I remember Zico and Socrates, Brazilian team. Yeah, was that I don't offend you, Realist now. Was that the 70s? Or was that the 70s or the 80s? 70s, was it? Yeah, brilliant. Down the years, fantastic quality players, weren't they? And they don't 80s. All right, 80s, fair enough. Yeah, I mean they had quality. I mean the best ever world nation, aren't they? 5 World Cups. Fantastic. The players that they've had, and these players, like I said, at the moment don't have the same pull. They always have some really interesting youth, don't they? Hendrick came on, didn't he, the other night, and immediately missed that chance where you think on another day you put that in. And I must admit, I would really like Hendrick at Leeds. I know it's a bit of a pipe dream, if you will. You put that sort of player in at the moment into sort of pipe dream territory. But, for me, Hendrick, obviously, I don't know, Real Madrid didn't fancy him last season. Obviously went out on loan to Lyon and he did all right. And I've read that, Real wants to put him back into the fold and see what he's like next season. So whether that's to be believed, I don't know. But, maybe his time at Madrid is up. We've seen it before. Players from Brazil go to giant teams and then just fail, sadly. It was Shakira there, isn't it, watching the game, blowing kisses to somebody below. I don't know who that would be. I think with the kids there, the Gerard Piqué's children also. Obviously, those two are not together anymore. Obviously, Shakira churns out a football song every single time the World Cup is on, by the seemingly. So, yeah, there's the lads in a Moroccan cycle outfit there by the look of it, with a helmet. Very interesting attire to go to a football game with. Very strange headwear for a hot day by the look of it there. But each to their own, each to their own. And, yeah, I think Morocco really haven't really done a great deal, but it's to be expected. France are a good side, and should really be a couple of goals up here if truth is to be told. But yeah, the Brazilian side is not the best. Some really good individual players. Obviously, got Rafa. Rafa didn't make it on the pitch in that Norwegian game. I think because he's had an injury, hadn't he? And he missed a couple of games. I don't think he played much. I think he got an injury after the first game, didn't he, or something? So, yeah, I don't think he played a great deal. But they've got some fantastic individual players that just don't play very well as a team. And, like I said, we've seen it before where Brazilian players have come into Europe, gone to some heavyweight teams, and it's just not gone for them really. And maybe it's Hendrick had to drop down to Lyon, pressure off a little bit to do his thing. I don't know. Let's wait and see what next season brings. But for me, if I was Leeds United, I'd be asking the question. I'd definitely be looking in Brazil and looking at some of these players that they can pick up, because some real talent in that league. But there you go. I mean, it's not for me to say, is it? Obviously, my favourite final was 82. Tardelli. Italy beat Germany. Fair enough, realist. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously not old enough to know about that one. Obviously, you see clips all over the place, don't you? Particularly when the World Cup is on, of World Cups gone past. And my first one was the '98 World Cup. The first one I really remember was 4 years later, of course, in Korea and Japan in 2002. Yeah, very much one that I recall. And Ronaldinho with that goal went over Seaman's head, and all the rest of it was Griezmann, obviously playing in America nowadays. French, he's obviously played in the French national team before playing in Orlando now. I think I've seen a few clips of him scoring goals already in the Purple of Orlando. So I don't know if their seasons can't be on already. No, I think it is on, isn't it, actually? Whether they've continued through the World Cup, I can't imagine they would have done, but maybe it was a friendly game. I've no idea. But I'm sure I saw a clip of him scoring in the Purple of Orlando. It was a nice goal as well, but obviously he's better than that. He's better than that standard, isn't he? So, again, money situations, is it the case of getting a load of money to go and play in America? It's quite a cushy life if you can get it, living in Orlando with all that brass and playing a bit of football. Obviously, he's finished with the French national team, really. Well, he's not going to get picked, is he now? But did he win the World Cup without, did they win the World Cup? Realist, let me know, because I think they did, didn't they? Surely they did. I'm sure he was part of the team. Maybe he was a part of the team in the last World Cup that got to the final. I don't know. He probably was, wasn't he, really? Playing for Atletico Madrid. He's a good goal scorer. Good goal scorer. Oh, it's a shot there. Blasted. Was that by Conde? I don't know. Morocco making it very difficult for France here. Oh, that's an effort, that, from Luca Dean. Did he go off the bar? I think the goalkeeper might have tipped it onto the bar, but he's given a goal kick. We're in stoppage time now. Second minute of 5. It was a curling effort. The goal? No, I don't think he did. I think it went straight off the bar. Yeah, I think it went straight off the bar. It was a good hit, that. It was a good hit from Luca Dean, that. Yeah, straight off the bar and out for a goal kick. But, yeah, he just thought, why not? And it nearly paid off for him. Swinger. It's good technique, and it's now, off the bar, and France have the ball back just advancing into the Moroccan half now. It's been mainly France this game. It's attack against defence, really. Everybody back for Morocco and everybody forward for France. Everybody in the Moroccan half, and basically, and bar the goalkeeper. And it's just, can you break us down? And at the moment, they haven't been able to. They missed the penalty, and they haven't been able to do anything else. So, Doué is trying to get a penalty, or he's appealing for something. He was tugging on his shirt. Was Hakimi? It would have been a free kick, I think, but they've given a goal kick. So we're advancing now into the into half time. Like I said, I mean, I probably will do a little bit more. I'll probably have a little break at half time, and I'll debate whether to come back for the second half. But yeah, but there you go. I probably will, to be fair, do a little bit longer. I mean, somebody's got to win this game, haven't they? That's the beauty of the knockouts. But hopefully, I'll get a little bit more exciting as the game goes into the second half, because it's been pretty poor so far, really, and quite a slow-tempered game. This really, hasn't it? If you're watching, there's two people watching. Second person, let me know. Yeah, I thought he did. I'm sure my memory didn't fail me there. Realist, yeah, I'm sure he won. I thought he won the 2018 one in Russia. I can't remember who they beat in the final, to be honest. Oh, it was Croatia, wasn't it? Of course it was, because Croatia somehow beat England in the semi. Really should have been a France-England final, shouldn't it? Really, they thrashed them in the end, didn't they? Was it 4-2? It was quite a good game. Now I remember it. But yeah, so they've been to 2 consecutive finals, won one, lost one. Like I said, you'd have fancied them to come to another final. I mean, I would love it for Morocco to beat them, to be honest. But yeah, can't see that one happening, really. They'll find a way. Will France. We're into the last 30 seconds of the added on time at the end of the first half. Morocco have a free kick right on the edge of the penalty box here. It's a good-looking position here for Morocco. Brahim Diaz is over it. It's right foot. I think it's gone. What a waste that was from Hakimi there. Real waste. Just kicks the ball straight out, basically. No curl on it at all. Really poor effort, that. Really poor effort. Real waste, that. Proper waste. He scored a pen in the final, did he, Griezmann, and they won 4-2. Fair enough. It's half time now. Mbappe, it shows Mbappe running off the pitch. Obviously, he missed the penalty. But, Bono saved it. And, yeah, that's about it. That was on half an hour or so, just before the half-hour mark. And there hasn't been much else since then, to be fair. It's been pretty poor. Pretty poor. This, really, to be fair. But that's how it goes sometimes, and that's, to be honest, how all of the games that I've done a watch-along for have been. I think Mexico, I did the first one. Mexico scored early on, didn't they, in that game, Quinones, who I think I know Leeds have had a look at him in the past, by all accounts, when Jesse was the manager, but 2 or 3 years ago now, I think there was interest in Quinones, but why not? He scores bags of goals. He knows where the net is. I'm sure he'll have upped his valuation, actually, with just that goal. Not just that goal against England. Obviously, they lost the game in the end, but not just that goal. But he scored a few goals, didn't he, in the World Cup? I think he got 3 or 4, did he, in the end? That's not bad. Not bad at all. He scored bags of goals for Brendan Rodgers' team in Saudi. So why not? You know what I mean? He'd be relatively cheapish. He's hitting 30 though, isn't he? So would remind me of like a Rodrigo type signing, where he's sort of going on towards the end of his career, but could still do a job, and he knows where back at net is, doesn't he? So for me, there's worse. There's a lot worse you could do with him. And I know he scored something daft like 33 goals in 31 games or something. And I know it's a Saudi league, and obviously Ivan Toney has got a similar kind of record in that same league. He's scored bags of goals, but obviously he's not had much game. He's not had any game time, has he? I don't think. Um, yeah, in the World Cup, I really don't know why he was taken. Really, obviously over our man, obviously DCL, but again, he's a goal scorer. But Quinones is definitely one for me that I would, have a go at signing. Why not? But I don't think that will happen. By the way, but it'll get very edgy in second half. Maybe Morocco get a surprise win. Yeah, you don't know, mate. I mean, maybe so. Maybe so. I mean, we say surprise. At this point, I don't think I'd be surprised. At anything that happens in this World Cup, to be honest with you, wouldn't be a surprise to me. There's been already a few surprises, which have been surprises. That this one, to me, Morocco are a very good side. They always do quite well. I think they got to the semi-final, didn't they, last time in Qatar? So they're not a bad side, not a bad side at all. And, they deserve honest respect and props. And Iran were robbed. Yeah, they did quite well in the end. They'll be quite happy with their performance, I suppose, this time around. And I don't know if they're going to the next, to 2030 with with a with a 48 game format again. I don't know if they're going to do that, but Iran look, they might get a chance in 2030. Is it in Argentina and Paraguay or something like that? The next one, so who knows, but. Yes, Morocco. Yeah, they are good, mate. Iran didn't lose. Exactly, they didn't lose. Didn't lose. They had a great tournament. They had a great try. They got 2 points, didn't they? Yeah, which is great. You know what I mean? And they could have got through. Could have got through, and that's just it, isn't it? They could have got through, and wow, that would have been something. But obviously in Iraq as well. So incredible scenes when they scored as well. They scored a goal. Never mind winning, it was just scoring a goal. That was a fantastic, situation for them, obviously, as well. Curacao got the goal against Germany. I know they got thrashed in the end, but it was a win for them. They got a point, didn't they, against Ecuador? Fantastic. Cape Verde, or was that Cape Verde? Cape Verde as well. Got the 2 points, got the point against Spain of all teams, the point against Bielsa's Uruguay. Obviously, they weren't the best in the end, but still a point against, a good side. And they did well. They did well in the knockout game. It was unfortunate. Really, really good effort against Argentina, wasn't it? I mean, Argentina have been extremely lucky to get through that 3-2 and then to turn that game around late, late at, against Egypt. I mean, they haven't been the best. USA want to host it in 38 and have 48 teams. Yeah, I mean, it's all this Trump rubbish, isn't it? And, all of that. It's not good, is it? But, it's not good. But that's it. It's politics, isn't it? I mean, I don't know why England can't. You know what I mean? I don't know why England can't have it really, but politics. But yeah, Cape Verde, unbelievable effort from them. Really, really impressive. Just shows. They were not just there to make up the numbers and get thrashed every single time. They had a game plan. They had a very, very good work ethic, and that's just what they got. That's what got you. And it was a really good few goals as well, might you say, against Argentina. The first one was decent, but the second one was fabulous. And it's a real shame that that Argentina came back and won that game, really. But obviously, in the end, the quality shone through. And they got the win. Yeah, realist, money, and maybe FIFA have been. Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it? That's what I mean. I mean, we want to watch football, but when football comes to politics and it all becomes political and all gets washed down, and you just think, what is this? Get back to the time where football was football, and it wasn't all this breaking off in the game and VAR checks and corruption with all this FIFA and everything like this. It's a real mess. And the game has gone, hasn't it? As they say, although I don't really like that sort of thing. But yeah, look, it's been a different kind of time for football, really, and it's not been very good. Really. The shots to Morocco, bars and things there look fantastic. Fantastic atmosphere there. So yeah, we'll wait to see what happens in the second half. But yeah, I'm going to just take a break, so I'll be back shortly. So hello, everybody again. Reality still on there. Says yeah, but I don't know. Might be somebody else as well. Second half's finally started here, so two people on now as well. Really said a while ago now. Money politics and corruption in the game has been stolen from poor people and turned into a show for the rich. It definitely has. And that's even with all these influencers and stuff at the games and vlogging it all and all this kind of things. It's just not an everyday kind of person's event to go to now, is it? I don't know. And yet everything's always full up. So obviously somebody's paying, loads of these people are paying ludicrous amounts of money. And you're still there, obviously. Yeah. Ludicrous amounts of money to get to these games, and yet it's always full up, so people are paying it, and that's part of the problem, obviously. If people boycotted it, then what would they do then? But there you go. It's all a show. It's all that, it's just diluted and formulaic, really a lot of the time to keep people hooked on things and to divert their attention probably from things that are actually happening that if people knew about would be very concerned about. But if you put on a show like this, it's a distraction for people, basically. And it's a shame that, obviously, I mean, I've said it many times just in this stream, I love my football. And yeah, it's a shame that it's just gone the way it's gone at the moment. It's really not good, but I enjoy the game. So, and the game maybe eventually will come back round full circle to actually the standard person's game, where the everyday person can afford to go to games, not just once every year, for example. For some people, it can be nearly every time occurrence if that's what you want to do. But you need bags of money to do that nowadays, so it's ridiculous. So there, yeah, it's always still full up, and there's plenty of English out there at the moment. America and Mexico. Lots of English supporters there in Mexico the other night. So Morocco are marauding forward here now into the French penalty box. It's put high up that there's a header still alive for Morocco if they can get it. It's Brahim Diaz. Oh no, it's Talit, the Sunderland lad actually. Beg my pardon. Unai, he's on the edge of the French box, but he's dispossessed. He's managed to regain possession. Is there a shot? There is, but it's blocked and away by France. Calmly in their own penalty box, pinged up to the left-hand side. And then Morocco have it back, won back nicely as well. They have it inside the French half. I think it's Unai on the ball, just passing it around, slowing it down a little bit on the right-hand side now. Slowing it down, passing again around, nobody's coming towards him, and it's slowed down to a walking pace again, the game here, inside the centre circle in the French half, now on the halfway line, just quicken it up a little bit, and they have, but they can't get the return back, and the ball's rolled through to the French goalkeeper, all in yellow, he rolls it out, and then it's whacked upfield to Kylian Mbappe on the left-hand side. Can he do anything with it? He's won a corner, I think. Oh, it was Doué. Has he won a corner? I don't know if he has, just yet. He was pinged up. He was onside. He controlled it. No, it was a goal kick. Last touch must have come off of the Frenchman. There's two people watching. Remember to get in the comments if you want to join the chat. Welcome along. We're looking, of course, at the French game, and it's 0-0 just into the second half, the 49th minute. Let's see how much I do of this game. There's 3 people watching now. Let's see how much I do this. I'm a little bit tired now at the 10:15. on a Thursday night. The ball's gone out for a French throw inside their own half. Yeah, it's a Frenchman. Kone's down, isn't he? He's hit the deck. Yeah, rolling about. The referee's got to stop it here in the 50th minute of the game. Didier Deschamps. Well, Deschamps on screen. Fans kicking it about. Now, just playing around with it now. In their own half. In the defence, just passing it between them into the Moroccan half. But again, Moroccans just getting themselves behind the ball and just saying, hey, come and break us down then. And France just haven't had the answer. They had the penalty. They had one or two efforts. Obviously, Luca Dean hit the bar. There's a chance early on from a header from a corner, which the goalkeeper saved comfortably, really. Other than that, there's not been a great deal. It's a very tight game, this. And I think the longer, obviously, it goes at 0-0, Morocco, well, to me, they're not that far behind France in terms of, I mean, France are a quality side, aren't they? But Morocco aren't that far behind. It's a really difficult game, you know, for France. This, and maybe they are going to do it realist. Maybe they are. You know, they look a little bit more tentative, a bit more purpose. Sorry, they've come out with a little bit more purpose in this second half already, and you know, it wouldn't. Like I said, it wouldn't surprise me. There's the Sunderland fella there, who I didn't even realise was playing. To be honest, he seems to have, you know, come into his own. It's a corner actually for Morocco now. But he seems to have come alive in the first 6 minutes of the second half. I didn't even know he was on the pitch, to be honest, in the first half. Unless he's a sub, he might have been a sub. To be fair, I think he probably was actually, because I don't remember seeing him on that starting lineup. Yeah, they played it short. I don't know why. I really don't like the short corner. But they have done. It's Onahi. He's done well. He's got the ball into the penalty box, but it's blocked. And Morocco have it back. It's pumped high into the air and behind for a goal kick, which Mayenga will take very quickly. Spray it out to the left-hand side to Luca Dean. He's had to check back again, though. There's no options. There's no options for them. It's Rabiot, isn't it, now in the middle of the pitch? Down to the Barcelona fella. Now they're on the middle of the pitch. Umbacano, and now they're down the left-hand side. He's cut in, pass back, but again they've had to go back and slow the play down again. Jules Condé, isn't it there? And now it's Dembele on the right-hand side, but again it's tentative. No purpose around his passing. It's cut out again by the Moroccans, and they, shovel it clear. There's a little bit of opening up here for them now, and it's down the left-hand side. It's the Sunderland lad, Talibi, is it? His name. He's looked pretty good, to be fair. Very good. Very good, Davis. Talby. Yeah, Talby from Sunderland, done all right. Done all right so far. There's El Canouse. Obviously, we were interested in last summer. Obviously, he's signed permanently. I think he's signed for Stuttgart, hasn't he? Permanently from Leicester. Obviously, Leicester going all the way down to League One. He wasn't going to stick around there. He didn't want to stick around in the Championship. Never mind League One, and he's completed his permanent transfer in the summer to, I think it's Stuttgart, where he was on loan last season. And like I said, it would have been a good signing for us, to be fair, but it wasn't to be in the end. And yeah, we're on with the game now again. France have it on, in their defence. Again, it's a walking pace. It's walking pace. They need to up the tempo if they're going to score here. Otherwise, it's going to go to extra time. Or Morocco are going to score, you know what I mean? They have looked a little bit more dangerous as the second half's gone on. And they're on the edge of the box now. Oh, it's a good save. It was a strong effort from Doué. But, Bono was edge of the box. Yeah, simple save, really. And he did drop it, actually, as well. So he had to calm down a little bit. The Moroccan goalkeeper, obviously, man of the moment, saved the penalty as well. Realist says, again, we need to get 3 signings done ASAP. Of course, we do need to start. Now it's starting to get to the last stage of the World Cup. The season starts in about 6 weeks, doesn't it, probably now? So we do need to start getting a few more signings in the door. Obviously, Harry Wilson was confirmed, a couple of weeks ago now, did actually sign officially last night. It was confirmed, obviously, that, he'd signed a 4-year contract. So that's a great signing for all intents and purposes. I don't really see where he fits in to the team. Oh, France, over the bar. It was killing Mbappe, who's having a little bit of a poor game, really, isn't he? By his own high standards. Should have scored there, should have scored the penalty. He was slightly offside, actually, probably looking at it, but still should have put it in the net. Elise, it would have been great if England would have been able to convince Elise to play for them, but he didn't in the end. Obviously, there's Issa Diop, who is French, I think, but is switched allegiances to play for Morocco. I don't know how he qualifies for that, but obviously through one of his parents or his grandparents. So, yeah, but he's in the centre of defence, the Fulham man. Goalkeeper CB and more up top. Fullback cover as well. I think. Do you think that's probably it? Realist? Would that be 4 or 5 signings? Do you think that's realistic, or do you think we need more? Given that, like I said, as the latter stages of the World Cup go, as it comes to an end, it'll be a week on Sunday, I think, is the final, isn't it? So it goes very quickly. And then it's done. Then we're sort of late July. Then we need to, crack on then, don't we, and get some signings in because, it's slowly ticking on. I think people's obviously attention has been diverted by the World Cup, but slowly now you're starting to see more and more signings get done. So, we need them. Like I said, like you said, I think that you've probably put 5 there, maybe. You could do with improving at 8 as well. Like I said to Aaron, at the end of the season, we could be, we could do with improving every single, position on the pitch, really. And I know that's not going to be done straight away, is it? But to me, it should be. You know what I mean? But for me, I think we'll get about 6 in. Obviously, we've got Wilson through the door. I think there'll be a few more going out. The likes of Willie Nonto, sadly, I think will probably depart. Obviously, likes of Perot, maybe 1 or 2 more. Obviously, I think like Melier being off the books is probably quite big, really, for them. Save on wages. Whether they can get. Obviously, Pascal's gone, which will have been I know people can grumble at the size of the fee, but at the end of the day, that's all pure profit because he was seen as a homegrown player, wasn't he, coming through the academy? So even though he's Dutch, so yeah, I think that was all profit. So if you look at that, profit on Pascal, Elan's wages effectively saved because they're off the books now. And if you get 1 or 2 more out, you're probably looking at Willie Nonto and saying, right, we can get a good profit from him because we paid very little for him from Zurich. So I think he's if we can get like again maybe 20 million, people might grumble at that, but I think it's probably realistic. I know he's only still 22, he's very young, but he hasn't really done much, has he? Really, if you look past, even in the Championship, Willie Gnonto was never a star. He's never been a star player for Leeds, and I think that he probably should be really with the time. I know he hasn't had a lot of game time really in the Premier League last season, but it's 1-0 out of nothing. Mbappe on the hour, 1-0. Yeah, there you go. Miss the pen, but he doesn't miss this time. Melier, yeah, probably on 20k. He probably was, wasn't it? Maybe, like I said at the top a while ago now, he'll have doubled or tripled that at Arsenal just to sit on the bench or in the stands. But yeah, it's another team in white that we're talking about now. It's a goal for France. They celebrate, the French supporters there. Mbappe, thwarted in the first half, is not to be silenced this time. It was a lovely finish, to be fair, on the edge of the Moroccan box, and right on the 60th minute mark, yeah, just into the penalty box, curled the ball nicely with his right foot right into the corner there. Lovely finish. Curler, one of them where he sizes up the defender, Issa Diop, and uses him as like a, as like a something to curl round basically. And yeah, he's curled the ball right into the top corner there. Lovely goal, and that gives France the lead. Obviously, he's like looking like this. Look at me, we did miss a penalty, lad. But fair enough, it's a goal. It was a VAR check for something. They just do VAR checks randomly anyway now. I think I'm pretty sure of it, just to ramp up the tension possibly. But France fans can fully celebrate now as it's confirmed they are 1-0 up. Lovely goal from Mbappe. That is what he does. We know this. A very, very accomplished player. El Kanousé is off, and so is the lad Bonadi, who's getting a lot of attention. Amrabat and Rahimi are on. Is that the lad Amrabat who played for Man United not too long ago? I think it is. Although he does have a brother, doesn't he, as well? El Kanousé of formerly of Leicester City, of course, has come off. And the young lad, like I said, Bondi, I think he's called. I think I've seen odd rumours here and there that some Europeans, I'm not sure who plays, so actually, I think he plays in France, actually. I think he might do. Young lad, I'm sure I've seen one or two rumours that Premier League teams like Man United are after him, but this always happens while a World Cup is on. We know this, it's a shop window for many a player with, going there with the countries. And Mbappe's on the floor again. He's still on the floor. He was remonstrating with the referee a second ago as he gingerly gets to his feet. Morocco have the ball in the French half, but the fella has to check back and go now just on the edge of the centre circle. But the ball's won back by France now, just into the Moroccan half. And I think it's Mbappe that's been taken out there. It's a yellow card shown. Yeah, Mbappe just went straight through the back of him. Issa Diop, the Fulham man. Yeah, poor tackle that right on the halfway line. Just steamrolled into him. Mbappe, a little bit of theatricals there rolling around. Wasn't really that bad, was it, lad? But Issa Diop gets the booking. It wasn't that bad. Come on, lad, get up. But yeah, he misses the next match. Should they get through, he'll miss the semi-final. You would have thought that would be with Spain, but you don't know, do you? It might not be. Again, Issa Diop, he had a little bit of history there, and a couple of minutes later, he got the yellow card. Mbappe on the floor minutes before, after Issa Diop seemed to barge into him. Much ado about no, really, that. But the French team have it again with Doué on the left-hand side. It's into the penalty box. It's cut across, but Morocco have cut it out. It'll be a throwing down the left-hand side, deep into the Moroccan half here. It's Luka Dean who will take the throw in. Mbappe right on top of the goal scoring charts, 8 goals. Messi has 8 goals, of course, as well. It's a real race for the Golden Boot. Obviously, Haaland has got 7. I think Kane's got 6 as well. So who will get it? I don't know. I think it probably will be Mbappe, to be honest, in the end, because I think they'll go the distance, as it were. There's 3 people watching this. If you're watching, and you want to make yourself known, get in there, get involved in the comments there below. Are you Leeds fans as well? Are you fans of somebody else? Are you French fans? Are you Moroccan watching this? Well done for finding it, if that's what you are of those persuasions. But yeah, but well done to France here. If they are winning the game, although they should be, really. Like I said, they're a better team really than the Moroccans. Oh, it's a bit of showboating, which could have been costly there. Was it Michael Elise? A little bit lax that, as we see the goal again. Lovely curled effort out of the reach from Bono, who's never going to get that. Middle of the goal, curled finish, nice finish. And, and the 1-0 up, obviously, in the 65th minute now. Easy does it now, and you'd expect France coming again with Dembele. It's a 2-0, 2 goals in 6 minutes. Dembele's having a great World Cup. I'm pretty sure that's his 4th or 5th goal in the tournament, maybe even his 6th goal. But they're all celebrating now. That's probably that for France there. It's been a bit of a slog for them, but like I said in the first half, I knew they'd find a way, and this is what they've done. Seemingly lots of game to go, but looking likely that they'll get through here now. 2-0. And Dembele, the Barcelona man's had a heck of a season, hasn't he, in his club colours? And the Moroccan lads looking around now, thinking, what now, 2-0 down. It just came out of nothing again. Lovely worked, and then the space just opened up. He cut in on his right foot. Keeper probably should have done a little bit better, to be fair. He should have done a lot better. It squirmed under his hand. Kissed the post on its way in as well. He'll be disappointed with that, the goalkeeper. Really, really poor, actually, that. Wasn't a bad effort from Dembele, but shouldn't have gone in, really. And the Moroccan fans, hands on head, disappointed with that one, and probably staring down the barrel of a defeat and an exit from the World Cup here, really. It's a shame, because obviously as a neutral, you'd have hoped that maybe Morocco could cause a bit of an upset. It lasted 60 minutes. At 1-0, maybe the game's still there, but at 2-0, the game's gone now for them. 2 goals in 6 minutes. We've got a hydration break here, or an advert break, as many people have now cottoned on and know that's what's happening, although it does still help the players, because it is obviously quite hot by the look of it there. Obviously, the stadium's pretty impressive. I know it's an American football stadium or something, probably, but it does look pretty impressive, actually. The French lads have got wet towels and things around their necks, trying to cool themselves down, but they've won the game here, I think. It's pretty done and dusted, and I know bloody drinks break. I mean, obviously they're entitled to drink the water, but this is not, or whatever, they're having juice, but this is not normal, for football, is it? It's disappointing, really. We know what it is. It's an advert break. It's not, obviously they're getting hydrated, fair enough. We know this, but it's to pack in the adverts, and obviously we as we don't have them mid-game in England, obviously. So we get to look at the highlights here. The goalkeeper, after the second goal, is throwing his hands up at the defence. No, you're projecting there, fella, that it was your fault. That squirmed under your hand. Should have saved it. Like I said, enough. Kissed the post on its way in. And Dembele gets another goal. I don't know how many goals he's got. Like I said, it might be 4 or 5, to be fair, from him now. Scoring a lot of goals, France, generally. And this is why I think they will win the World Cup here. They will win it again. Favourites, they should be. They've got a really, really competent team and squad as a whole. It's a very impressive team, and yeah, France are the team for me that will go all the way. Whether England can challenge them on the way, I don't know. But McDonald's, KFC, Nike, Adidas, we know you exist. Exactly. We already know what you are. We don't need it pushing in his face again. Luckily, like I said, on British, on English telly, we don't get the adverts. We just get the shots of them having the break and the highlights from from the game and the shots of the crowd and stuff like this. So that's fair enough. But we don't want the adverts. There's a young Paris Saint-Germain lad coming on here now. I don't know who's coming off. Oh, it's Kone. Kone's coming off on the 70th minute. Zare Emre, like I said, the young teenage PSG. I think he's a midfielder, isn't he? Centre mid. He's coming on for the last 20 minutes or so of what I think will be a French win. American sports are stopped every few. Yeah, they are. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's ridiculous, mate. Yeah. Every few minutes there's a break. American football, I guess the baseball. Just stop in, break, stop in, advert break, stop in, advert break. Few more minutes, advert break. Yeah, it's ridiculous, really. And I know if it was any other country, I know they'd probably still have these because I know it's what FIFA have probably put in, and the heat of it all will be tremendous. Running around playing football in that heat, you're gonna get hot, you're gonna get dehydrated. So I get it. It's important to get hydrated, obviously, but just don't show the adverts. Yeah, or call it an advert break. Don't call it hydration break. I don't know. Anyway, hopefully it's not something that we see in the domestic game. Hopefully they don't bring that into the Premier League, because that would be frustrating. But I don't think they will. It's not hot enough here regularly. It's hot enough now. It's a damn heat wave, but generally it's not hot like this, is it? Particularly in the football season. So that's what it is. Two people watching, along with Realist. Make yourself known if you want to in the comments. It would be nice for you to join the conversation if you want to. If not, hope you like watching this game. Remember to give me a like and subscribe to the Bearded Peacock if you want to. For all things Leeds United, oh my lord, that was nearly an own goal from Upamecano. Swiped at the cross in from Talby, and he lifted it over his own goal onto the top of the net. On another day, that could have looped in, but he was lucky there. Didn't know where the goal was. Ball could have gone anywhere. Luckily for him, it went over the top, and it's a Moroccan corner from the right-hand side. Let's see if they can get a goal back and make it interesting last sort of 20 minutes or so. In it comes. It's deep. It's gone right through everybody. He's kept it in, has he? No, it's a French throw-in. That was a really poor. Oh no, he couldn't keep it in. Really poor corner from the Moroccans. But yeah, if you want to, give me a like. Subscribe to the Bearded Peacock if you want to as well. All things Leeds United. Obviously, we're doing a World Cup watch along today. I've done a couple of them as it's been on. Maybe a couple more before the end of the tournament. Let's wait and see. But yeah, maybe not. We'll see. But it's been all right. Lifted in the second half, this game. Lifted in the second half, just slightly. And we've got 2 goals to marvel at, haven't we, here? And I think a French win as we go into the 74th minute of the game. Where's Aaron? I don't know, mate. I have no idea. I'm sure he's enjoying his summer holiday. He'll be off work soon if he hasn't already. I think the schools break up next week potentially. So yeah, I don't know. It looks like he's having a fun time anyway. So yeah, I know he went to Benidorm. I think he's got another trip to Benidorm coming. It'll be his birthday in a few weeks as well. So yeah, and I'll discuss with him soon when we'll be back for, talking Leeds probably once the World Cup's finished. I know he did a video. I don't know if you caught it, realist on Talking Leeds with Jerry. Probably about 2 weeks ago now. Maybe I think some kind of World Cup. Bit of a World Cup chat maybe. Just to check in with him, obviously, and we'll be back on when it's time to get going. Probably in another 2 or 3 weeks, I imagine. Just as the season comes a little bit closer. We'll probably do a little prediction show and, predict where we want Leeds and, where we think Leeds will finish. Or hopefully by that point we'll have done more business. Nope. What are you saying? Nope to realist. There, I can't remember what the question was. But yeah, if you enlighten me on that one, I'm getting a little bit tired now, to be fair. 20-11 at night here. 15 minutes to go in this game, and Kylian Mbappe's on the floor again. The referee's jogged over to him to ask what the problem is. He's lying on the turf there in the centre circle. No idea what the issue is there. Oh, it's Mr. Mateta. Might be coming on for the last 15 minutes or so. As Kylian Mbappe just lies on the floor, sits on the floor in the centre circle. Helped up by Michael Elise. And the French medical team are on the pitch now. Taking him off the pitch. And yeah, Deschamps now. Is that Barcola coming on as well? Possibly. Oh, right. Yeah, watching Aaron and Jerry. Yeah, go check that out, mate. If you've obviously haven't seen it, that's like I said why he said nope. So yeah, go. I think they had a chat about the World Cup. It was a couple of weeks ago, maybe about a week after the World Cup started. So yeah, I haven't done much with it. I haven't done any video obviously with him since. Like I said, we'll touch base in a couple of weeks and probably, get a little preview show going on. Mateta and Barcola are on. Mbappe's gone off. I didn't see the other man that went off actually. So we'll have to just, as it plays out, trying to figure out who went off. But Crystal Palace. Mateta is on. It's a player that I really like actually. For a time, looked like he might depart Palace, but I don't think that'll happen now. I don't know, but you won't be letting him go. To be fair, if you've got hold of him, he's a smashing player on his day, real battering ram of a bloke and real target man of a striker, isn't he? So he's on his bike now as France have won it back. Is it Michael Elise down the left-hand side into the penalty box as a cross in? It was towards Mateta, but the Moroccan defender got there beforehand, and now they're on the break. But he's still got the ball. He's won a free kick in his own half. The Moroccan man defender takes it quickly. It's a short one. Now they advance into the French half, just inside the French half on the left-hand side. It's Talby back to the defence, and they're just playing it around again at the back. Stop the ball into the centre circle, just playing it around. They need a bit more urgency, Morocco, if they're going to get anything out of this game. Now we're ticking quickly into the 80th minute. They need to get a goal to make this one interesting. Otherwise, just playing it around like this, you're not going to score. So you're definitely going to go out here They've had a little bit more of the ball in the second half initially, but as soon as France scored with Mbappe, that was it really. There was no coming back from that. So, that's it. But France have it back now. They're quickly advancing into the Moroccan half down the left-hand side. I think it's Barcola onto Elise. Back to Barcola. That's a lovely one too. He's into the penalty box. He's put it across the goal line, Barcola, but there was nobody there. And it rolls out, I think, for a French corner. It was a lovely give and go with Elise that, and he advanced into the penalty box. And there was just nobody gambling really there, but he has won the corner. Linked with Liverpool into Barcola would be a smashing signing, to be fair, under the new manager, of course, Iriola, who, of course, Leeds were linked with a few years ago, weren't we? And the former Liverpool manager, of course, Arne Slot. Neither of them obviously came. We ended up with Javi Gracia, didn't we? So there you go. France have it back. Ball into the box. Mateta's up. Oh, hit the Moroccan defender and Bono in the goal. Collected it. Morocco have it just on the edge of their own penalty box. Again, slow passing around here from Morocco. They're not winning this game like this now at 2-0 down in the 81st minute. It's not happening. Onahi has it on the left-hand side. He evades a couple of challenges, but then has to check back and pass it on the centre circle to Amrabat, who, again, they work it into the middle and then onto the right-hand side. They're running now, taking on his man, cuts inside. Can he get the cross in? Unahi has it now, back in to the man. Will he cross it in? He does. Cross into the penalty box, but it's headed away by Bacano, and it's a Moroccan throw-in on their right-hand side, which will be taken by Talbi. They've got to hurry up here, Morocco, and they're not doing so. They're very slow on the ball and even slow to get the restart started with this throw-in here. It's not great, really. They haven't been good here, to be fair. They've offered very little threat at all. I can't even remember Morocco even having a shot on target or shot at all, to be honest. So it's been very, very poor. We watched Kylian Mbappe's goal again. Very nice curled finish, as we know. And then he's celebrating. Obviously, he's since been taken off. It's his 8th goal of the tournament. He leads the goal scoring charts now, but I'm sure Harry Kane and Mr. Erling Haaland will also have something to say about that until the end of the tournament. Messi as well, who is also on 8 goals, I think, now as well in this tournament. So it'll be between them two, maybe, who gets the golden boot. But they all want the World Cup. They don't really want the golden boot, although it is probably a good accolade to have as well, isn't it? Morocco on the edge of the penalty box now, advancing into the French penalty area. Referee's given a free kick. There was a foul on Hakimi by Rabiot, and the Moroccans will have a free kick, a chance to get one in to really open up the game in the last sort of 10 minutes or so. We'll see, though. It hasn't really looked likely the whole game. 2 people watching. Again, as I always say on these watch-alongs, make yourself known if you want to in the comments there below. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to. For all things Leeds United talk, Hakimi takes a free kick. It's on the edge of the box. It's Onahi. It's saved by the goalkeeper. I think that's their first shot on target. And it was a comfortable one, really, for the goalkeeper once he saw it. Just palmed it out the way, the AC Milan stopper. Unahi has the ball again. I think that's a goal kick for France. But yeah, again, concentration from the goalkeeper. Hasn't had much to do all game. It's an easy save, isn't he? He's a multi-million-pound goalkeeper. He's not gonna let that one slip. It is a corner to Morocco. Actually, can they get one just to make it interesting and see, make France work for the win? Saliba, we've not seen him all game. The Arsenal centre back, obviously good pals. Got a partnership going with Gabriel, obviously, of Brazil, the Brazilian man, obviously knocked out on Sunday. Didn't have the best of games up against Haaland the other day, did he? The cross comes in. It looked like a goal there for a second. I couldn't see the ball, but the header goes into the side netting instead of into the goal. That's why I thought maybe it had gone in. I saw the net ripple and got excited, but it's the other side of the net, side netting, as Talby goes off. Sunderland's Talby comes off, and Sabi comes on. Yes, he wasn't a half-time sub, obviously, Talby. But he goes off now. 85th minute now, we're ticking down, and I'm sure that Morocco are going home. I cannot see where, maybe a set piece, something like that, they might get one. But yeah, it's unlikely. It's unlikely, I think, here. So, I don't think it's going to happen now. Don't think it's happening now, sadly for them. And we're going now into the last part of the game. And France are advancing down the left-hand side quickly now. He's cut in. He's passed it infield into the penalty box. There's a shot well wide of the target from Michael Elise. Well wide of the target there. Not troubling the goalkeeper there at all. But it was a quick break from France, quick breakaway. But nothing came of it. And again, they've won this match. They've won this game for sure. There's, as Jules Condé comes off, I don't know who's come on now, just to look at it. Oh, it's Gusto, man from Chelsea. Had an awful time at Ellen Road, if I recall, in that game, December, back end of last year. Well, they all did in Chelsea Black, didn't they? That evening in Leeds, it was an awful game for them, a delight for us as Leeds United supporters. But he didn't have a great game that day, that evening, if I remember. There's plenty of space for him though, down that right hand side just now. But no dice for the French. The Moroccans have it back just inside the French half. Oh, nicked by the Frenchman there. Is it Barcola? He is quick, advancing into the penalty box now. Can he finish? The goalkeeper saved. Very well played. Very well played, lad there. Burst of pace just when he needed to. Got into the penalty box, and then he scuffed the shot slightly. It was probably going wide anyway, but the goalkeeper saved it. Couldn't take any chances. And it's going to be a corner kick. Kylian Mbappe has some kind of ice on his. He's got some kind of ice on his foot, something like that. Anyway, but must have taken a real big knock on it there. But France have the corner curled in from the left-hand side. Header go up, and Mateta over the bar. He was free as a bird there, but just got too much on it there. The goalkeeper might have put him off slightly, well over the bar. But again, it was poor defending from Morocco. Taking into the last couple of minutes of the game now of normal time. Probably be like 500 minutes of injury time or something stupid. There usually is, isn't there? But yeah, I've been on for nearly 2 hours here. So as soon as the game finishes, I will be off. So thank you, Realist, for sticking with me for pretty much all of that 2 hours. And I haven't been talking to myself, which is good. So I'm happy about that. So thank you for your company and your comments here and there. And we've kept it going. Thank you, mate. That was good of you. And thank you for joining in as well and talking to me, because at points you've been the only one watching. There has been, I think, the upwards of about 3 people watching, but obviously nobody else has commented in, which is always a shame. But you just don't know with these things. And I never put anything out on social media. I just feel like doing it because I don't know when I'm going to do one, you see. So feel like doing it, so I just do it, and then that's that. But I know you're always asking me to do one here and there, so yeah. And one of these days, I've had Aaron on occasionally when I've done odd leads one here and there, but he never stays on for the whole time. To be honest, this is the first full game that I've ever done as well, to be fair, because usually I don't bother with it, but I've just kept going, and it's, obviously we haven't been talking about the game the whole time, have we? But it's always the case. You've got to fill the space with something, and the game was the first half very, very dull. It's opened up a little bit in the second half, and as we both thought, really, probably, and everybody else that's watching this game in the houses and in the stadium there in America probably knew that France were going to win this, particularly after Mbappe scored the first goal. 6 minutes of added on time, where I don't know really where that's come from, to be honest. But there's just more and more added on time now comes every single match. So that's not to be surprised at, really. I mean, the other night when 11 minutes came up on that England game, I thought, where on earth have they got that from? And obviously it was squeaky bum time for England, but they held on and they did the job. And yeah, fantastic stuff. Obviously setting up a quarter-final with Norway. Norway themselves are in their first ever World Cup finals. So congratulations to them. Obviously carried in whole, really, by Erling Haaland, who, without him, where would the goals be? They'd probably already be out of the competition. But they're very solid defensively. They look a good, solid unit. It will be a tricky game for England, but I think it might go the similar way to this game. Cagey first half, but in the end, I think England's quality will show. If you keep Erling Haaland quiet, you've got a good chance of winning the game. And I back England's quality to just do the job on Saturday night, really. And regardless if Haaland scores one, maybe, I think England will still have enough in the tank to beat them. It's a Moroccan corner here, and it's headed clear. It will come back by Morocco. They're on the edge of the French box. Will they have a shot here? They're working it down the right-hand side into the penalty box. Can they get it in the middle? They can, but it's cleared away by the French for not a throw-in, actually. They will keep going, France here, but there's a break on if we can work it quickly. Barcola checks in and gives it to, is that Camavinga? Did Camavinga come on? I don't know. For Conde, I'm not sure actually who came on there, but Umbacano has it in the middle on the halfway line. It's nicely played, and Rabiot now has it. Lots of space. Will he have a go? He passes into Mateta. Mateta then first touches heavy and he loses the ball. And Morocco have it back on the edge of their penalty box into the middle of the park now. They spray it out to the right-hand side. It's still in their own half there. He sprays it out to the left-hand side. Ball zips off the turf, and he's adjudged to have handballed it, the lad. Probably was as well, but it was a ball just popped up at the wrong time for him there. Maybe pitch had been watered at half-time, I don't know. Wow, England, Norway in the 1980, really. It's okay. Where was that then? Was that at Wembley, mate? Did you go down to Wembley to watch that one? Yeah, I don't really recall. Well, I've been alive. I don't know if England have even played Norway, They might have done maybe once. Definitely not in a competitive game, if I can remember. I don't remember that. Obviously, we lost to Iceland, didn't we, at Euro? Was it 2016? But other than that, I don't remember really. And Sweden, we've had plenty of games, haven't we? Mateta, it's saved by the goalkeeper. Probably should have done better with that as well. But yeah, we've had plenty of. We always seem to get Sweden here and there in the Euros and World Cup, don't we? But we don't tend to play. And Denmark obviously seem to play, quite often. But the teams like Finland, obviously, or Norway, can't really seem to remember many, or if any, competitive matchups with them. 10 at the old Wembley. Wow, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough, mate. Very, very good. How was that? Did they win? Was it a competitive match, that one, or was it a friendly? We played Finland, didn't we, in a friendly game a couple of years ago? Because our lad at the time, obviously, Glenn Kamara played. I remember Glenn Kamara playing for the Finnish side. As we watched Mbappe's goal again for the 100th millionth time. And then obviously Dembele's goal as well followed it. Like I said at the time, keeper should have saved it. And obviously Morocco are out now. We're ticking into the last minute now, really, of stoppage time. So that's it, folks. Well, it will be in a minute. France have advanced to the semi-final, which I'm sure was, pretty much projected for them and expected, because they will expect to win the World Cup. 8-2 World Cup qualifying easy win 4-0, fair enough. I think it'll be a different game altogether there on Saturday. But like I said, I do expect England probably they'll have enough in the tank to beat Norway on Saturday. But if not, fair enough to Norway getting the semi-final on the first ever World Cup. Getting to a quarter-final of the first ever World Cup is very impressive, even though it's diluted now. And, still, that means you have to win more games to get to that stage. So fair play to them. Done really, really well. But, I do think it'll be the end of the road for them. We will get to another World Cup semi-final, which will be good. Obviously, last time we lost to France, didn't we, in the quarters, as Harry Kane blasted that penalty over the bar. Was heart-wrenching, really. But there you go. The ball goes over the top, and that's the end of the game. France celebrate. That's the full-time whistle. 2-0 in the end. France just had just enough there. Well, controlled the game, really, in all truth. Mbappe, if he scored that penalty in the first half, would have been a lot more comprehensive. But it was very comfortable, that, for France, really. Morocco had probably one shot on target in the whole game. A little bit of the ball, but didn't really do a great deal with it. And eventually, the French's quality shone through as Mbappe got the breakthrough, and then it was eventually all that was going to happen was they were going to win. So Mbappe with a big smile on his face. I know he's big friends with Hakimi, isn't he? I think so. I'm sure they'll have a little bit of a moment on the pitch here as he consoles him after he's obviously, one of them's gone out, one of them's gone through. Somebody's got to lose in these situations, but in the end, it's the French that progress. All sorts of French flags. There's loads of French support with all the flags out there, and obviously he's got quite a few pals, in the French team as Hakimi, because obviously he plays in PSG, doesn't he? Plays in France, so, and quite a number of this French contingent do play in Paris Saint-Germain. So fair enough. There's lots of hugs, lots of smiles amongst the Moroccan and the French players. And there you go. There are Moroccan fans with the scarves in the air. Still very proud, I'm sure, of their team. But not today. Today, well, they're still proud of the team. The day was not their day at all. Didn't really touch the French team there. And like I said, the French side, the quality just shone through eventually. So Mbappe having a moment with the Moroccan goalkeeper. He's in tears. Actually, he's probably disappointed with his part in the second goal. But this is football, and France have won. So I'm going to say good night to everybody. Thank you, particularly to Realist, for joining me for the full over 2 hours now. Very much appreciated. Remember to watch it on the watch back and give it a like and subscribe to the Bearded Peacock if you want to. I won't promise any more World Cup watch-alongs, but, there might be one or two before the end of the tournament. Let's wait and see, but thank you very much for watching. Marching on together. I'll see you on the next one.